Good evening, everyone. Evening, Karthikeyan. Hello, Prasandeep. Hello, Manoj. Hello, Naga, Verampala. Hello, Venkat. So, how's your weekend, everyone? Amit, Nana. Hello. Hello, Anish, Amit. Good evening. So, how was your weekend, everyone? Looks like everyone's still experiencing Monday blues. Good evening, Vishwak. Awesome. What did you do, Nana? Ah, that's great. That does sound like an awesome weekend. Very well, Anish. My weekend was decent too. So, everyone, since it's Monday and we don't waste any time on Monday, we'll quickly jump on to the session. Not because it's Monday, but because that we have left a few topics from Friday, and I intend to finish those today. So, let's quickly start. Hello, Vivek. Good to have you here. Have you attended any of my sessions before? No? All right, that's all right. So we are covering tenses. Okay, so we covered a few on Friday, and we are covering remaining tomorrow. So till now, we have had 4 sessions in this soft skills and personality development aspect of it. So Vivek, I would urge you to go through the recordings. And if you don't understand anything, you can ask me your doubts in the next session. Good evening, Nishant. Sasmita. Evening Bharat. Ambika, Sairam. Yes, Vivek, feel free to. Okay. Papali Aradhya, good evening. Okay, so let's quickly revise. Rahul Daljeet, Akash, hello. Good evening. That's great. Hello, Ankit. I know, yes, and I always end up saying Aradhya somehow. So please excuse me. So until the time you spoke, I thought it's Aradhya, but then yes, you spoke once, and I realized it's Aradhya. But it's just that A gets stuck to my mind. As they say, you read the first letter and the last letter of the word, and you assume the pronunciation. So excuse me for that. Everyone does that. I won't, Aradhya. Yeah. Yeah, most welcome. So you can always say, my name is Aradhya with an A in the end. That's how people will remember. I'm great, Sai. Thank you. Yeah, that would be better, Daniel. Thank you. Okay, so we covered a few tenses on Friday. Let's. Hello, Surya. Good to see you the first time. Sachin, good evening. So, Surya, as I told Daniel, please go through the recordings, and if you have any questions, you may ask me. Okay. Lakshman, Shivam, good evening. All right. I think I'll wait for another minute before I start because I've been trying to start, but it's just that people are joining and they're wishing and greeting. So I'll wait for another minute. Yes, Sachin. Good evening. Hello, Shivam. Welcome. So, what course have you joined, Shivam? Good evening, Deep. Are we meeting the first time? Lovely. Welcome to the soft skills sessions. Okay, fair enough. Yes, great, Daniel. So we have two batches here, I think. One is full stack and one is product management. Hello, Rahul. Good evening. Okay, so now I think we have very many participants. Yes, Shubham. Great. That's great, Deep. Okay, that's great. Hello, 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 Vaibhav. Okay, Vaibhav. Um, yes, I. Yes, Ankit. We have though it shows around 80 participants, so we usually have 150 plus participants here. Okay, Surya, that's great. So probably you can share a few more learnings with us. Yeah. Okay, so on that note, I would definitely like to start today without any further delays. So let's quickly start with the first tense that we covered. What is the first tense that we covered? Simple present. Nilanjan, good evening. Yes. So when do we use simple present tense? The usage to describe, to talk about habits, to talk about routine, to talk about facts. Yes, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see you as well, Shivam. Yes, absolutely. Rahul, that would be a little tough because it's been 4 days, but you can go through the recordings. And if you have any questions, you may ask me. Does that sound good? Yeah, thank you, dear. Yes. So, give me a sentence structure, please, for simple present tense. Our last four sessions, we covered communication, we covered parts of speech, we covered storytelling, and we covered tenses. And few tenses we are left with, which we are covering today. And then we'll start with email writing. Yes, Surya? Evening, Sanjay. What is HV? Could we write in like full words? I know we all are pro helping verb. Correct. Subject plus auxiliary, main. Okay. Main verb in which form? Base form. Correct. And when do we use S and ES behind main verb? Third person singular, which is pronouns are he, she, it. So can I say Akash has or can could I say Akash have? Which would be correct? Correct. Great. Next. What is the next tense that we looked at? When do we use present continuous? Yes, Aprateen. It is because it's a fact. Ongoing activity. Give me the sentence structure, please. No, first the sentence structure, everyone. Subject plus helping verb plus main verb, correct, and object. Okay. Now, what are the helping verbs that we use and with which pronouns? Correct, Manoj. Which helping verb with which pronoun? Right. And pronouns? First person, yeah. First person singular, I, I am. You, very good. I am, he, she, it, is, they, you, are. Okay, very well. What is the next tense that we looked at? Present perfect. When do we use it? Under what conditions? When do we use it though? Correct. When you talk about your experience, change, okay, or a continuing situation. Could you give me the sentence structure, please? Correct. Subject plus have or has, correct, auxiliary verbs. And then which form of verb? Third, which is also known as, not V1, V3, which is also known as past participle. Okay. And finally, object. Give me an example of present perfect tense in a sentence, please. A verb means the action, what is going on, and subject is the noun in the sentence, the one who is performing the action. Noun is a name of a person, place, animal, or thing. Correct, everyone. Very nice. Yes, there is Slack. So you can join the Slack group, and on dashboard you'll find all the videos as well, previous sessions. Because we talk in different timelines, right? So therefore there are 12 tenses to describe when exactly the action happened, or is happening, or will happen. Pranit, that's something we need to check with our Spock. Okay. And okay, while Pranit writes, can we move on to the next tense? And what was the next tense that we learned? Present perfect continuous. All right. So, so in that case, they would check and get back, Pranit. You may remind them once again tomorrow. Yeah, and I'll drop a text from my side as well. Yeah, most welcome. Okay, so present perfect continuous. When do we use present perfect continuous? Rahul, you don't need to remember it, but you need to incorporate while speaking. Which test? I'm a little lost here. Okay, so when do we use present perfect continuous tense? Under what situation? Yes, cause and effect. So something that has just finished, yes, an action that has been recently ceased or finished, or to describe the action that is still continuing. I'm revising previous class, previous session. Susmit, even 15th recording is there. Yes. Pranik, that's your issue is resolved. Thank you very much. Correct. For example, I have been listening to the radio for 2 hours, which is action still being continued. Okay. So could we discuss the sentence structure quickly, please? Uh-uh. It is present perfect continuous. Raising nahi, rising. Yeah. Can we quickly discuss the sentence structure, please? That's not possible. Let me check. Hold on, everyone. There are a lot of queries today somehow during the session, and I'm not able to get take a proper revision. Just hold on. Just hold on, everyone. Okay, everyone. So 15th session has been recorded. I'm sharing the link with you here in the inbox. Exactly, it's available. Thank you very much. Okay, Rahul, everything is there in previous recordings. I'm really sorry, but I cannot, actually go through everything that's been taught in 4 classes because that would be like content worth 12 hours. Yeah. So you might as well go through the recordings and then connect with me if you have any questions. So does everyone have the recording now? Any issues with reference to recording? I'm sharing the link. Just hold on. Well, I'm reading for 2 hours is in simple present tense, and it's not the correct sentence structure. Okay. For the activity that is still continuing, I have been reading for 2 hours, which means मैं 2 घंटे से पढ़ रही हूँ, which cannot be said in simple present tense. Well, Anas, it could be on your systems because recordings are perfectly fine. They are not lagging for others. 8 o'clock, Surya. Okay, so I'm giving you all 2 minutes to ask every question that you have. Today's topic, continuous means it is happening right now, and perfect continuous means it started somewhere in the past and it is still continuing. So you are basically emphasizing on something that you have been doing for a long time. Anybody else facing issues with the recordings? No. See? No, anyway, we are just checking on the status of recording. So, okay. No, the recordings are there. Please don't worry. You may ask questions, other questions regarding the session towards the end of the session. I'll give you 5-10 minutes. Right now, as I teach or as I train, you may ask module related questions to me. Okay. So while I share the link, so does everyone understand present perfect continuous sentence structure now? Any questions there? No, you cannot do that, right? Those are recorded sessions. So go through recorded sessions, write down your questions, then you can come back tomorrow or in the next session and ask me for doubts, if any. As in Manoj. Thanks, Ekta. Interviews happen in English only. And then it depends on region to region, place to place, of course. But as a standard process, it happens in English only. Okay, so for everyone, here is the link. जब tenses when we are done with tenses, Surya, we'll start with email writing. And If you have any further questions, please check your SSM on Slack with your SSM. They will help you further. There, everyone. Shall we get back to learning now? Yeah? All right. Thank you, everyone. Okay, let's talk about simple past tense. When do we use simple past tense? Correct. To indicate the action that had completed in the past. However, at what exact time in past and what is the duration is not the issue. Okay, so it could have happened 10 years, it could have happened 20 years ago, and it could have happened for a particular duration as well, like for 5 years. Absolutely. So basically, to tell stories, to talk about the frequency, to talk about a definite or an indefinite point in the past, you use simple past tense. Correct. Past habits. Very good, Rahul. Okay. So can we quickly discuss the sentence structure, please? Subject. Okay. Right. And if you were to use auxiliary verb, what would it be? So now start using logic. For simple present tense, it is do. So what would be the logic? No, not were. Did. Did you eat the chocolate pie? Did you work with XYZ organization? Did you walk home yesterday? Okay, did. Yes. So apart from that, so yes, subject plus did plus verb, second form, okay, and object. Okay. Next, which tense we looked at? Which tense we learned next? Past continuous. So when do we use past continuous tense? We first looked at past continuous. When do we use past continuous? Action happening at specific moment in the past. That means an action was continuing at that particular moment in the past. So what is the sentence structure that we use for past continuous tense? There is nothing as V4. Subject plus was were plus base form of verb suffixed by ing and then object. Absolutely. Okay. So I was having my dinner when you called. I was watching television when you called. So the helping verbs that we use here is was and were. When do we use was? Underwater situations. Was for singular. Okay. Were for plural. So if it is you singular, then if I'm just talking to, say, Ankit, then again, you. Absolutely. Correct. Right. Ankit was, but you were. You were Ankit, but Ankit was. Okay. All right. So let's look at past perfect tense. Have we spoken about it? Correct. Absolutely. Basically, third person singular. Okay. All right. So now, shall we look at past perfect tense, please? When do we use past perfect tense? Okay. Where it is required, and where exactly it is required, my dear? When you want to talk about the past in the past. Correct. When activity was finished in the past. Okay. And you're describing past in the past. Okay. So, what is the sentence structure that we use? Something had happened. Okay. So, subject plus had plus V3 plus object. Very nice. When do we use past perfect continuous? Uh, I had seen him 5 years ago. Yes. I had been there. I had done that. Correct. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So basically, it talks about the longer past acts before another past action. Okay. So it will talk about two simultaneous actions. Correct. For example, they were watching television when the robber broke in. So they were watching. Okay. So how exactly you use the sentence structure? So instead of were, okay, because if you say they were watching television, it would be past continuous. Okay. And hence, to make it past perfect continuous, you need to use they had. So go back to present perfect continuous. What was the sentence structure of present perfect continuous? On the basis of that, can you use the logic and tell me what would be the sentence structure? So to for past perfect continuous tense, let's use some logic. Not V4, Akash, there is not V4. Base plus ing. Not I has been, he, she, it has been. I have been and he, she, it has been. Yes, absolutely, Akash. Okay, so subject plus had plus been, okay, and then main verb suffixed by ing, and then object. No, not I have been, I had been. I had been waiting for him when I met Shri. Okay, so there was one action continuing while the other action occurred in the past. One action was continuing, and the other action occurred in the past, or vice versa. Okay, the other action occurred in the past while one was continuing. Correct. They had been watching television when the guests arrived, or they had been sleeping. Uh, they had been sleeping uh, at midnight, okay, or by midnight when the robber attacked. Not has, had. It had not been raining. Not has. Yeah. I had been watching his actions for a while. Yes, absolutely. They had been watching television when their son had an accident. Very good, Ekta. Okay. So that's the sentence structure. Let's quickly do an exercise. We didn't do the exercise, correct? I had been talking too much because I was getting paid for it, and I still do. Okay. We did the exercise for past past perfect continuous? No, we didn't, as far as I remember. Ekta, had you been dreaming? See, past perfect continuous. Had you been dreaming about grammar all weekend? Okay, no worries, it's okay. I'm glad people come prepared. Okay, so the first one, he dashed not dash for long when his father came to pick him up. And you will wait, not answer right now. Wait. Please read through the sentence and wait for my go ahead. Okay, you may answer now. Yes, had not been waiting, not had been. Yeah, had not been waiting. But fair enough. The ones who were lazy to type not. Okay. Next, dash it not, dash that day. Do not answer. Go through. Not showing, snowing. Had it not been snowing that day, I would urge you to write the sentence, complete sentence. Yeah, because I want to see if you are able to put all the words together. Perfect, perfect, Shabir. Thank you. Right. Not being. I think it's just typo, all of you. But then be careful, okay? Okay. Next, dash they not dash on you. Please wait. Do not answer right now. Uh, uh, uh. Do not answer right now. Okay. Go ahead. Right. Don't forget the question mark. Do not add full stop, please. Especially the day we are going to learn email after this. Please don't make any punctuation errors. Next, dash he not dash to the radio, and please do not answer. Rajkumar, had they not been counting, we are doing past perfect continuous. Okay, had they not been counting. Okay, you may answer this one. Do not be in hurry, people, and do not type anything wrong. Also add question mark because it is an interrogative question, interrogative sentence. Right. Next, dash he dash well. Go ahead. Spot on, everyone. And last, I dash not dash much walking. Okay, answer. Okay, perfect. All right. So on that note, we move on to simple future tense. As simple as it sounds, or as simple as it looks, it is. Okay. So basically, you talk about the action in future that would happen in future. Okay. But not sure when exactly it is going to happen. Okay. For an example, I will sing, I will dance. Okay. It will rain tomorrow. I will take up a new job next year, or I can simply say I will take up a new job. Okay, so basically you don't have a short plan as to when you are going to accomplish a particular action in the future, but you're just saying that you will do it. Okay, at what exact time in future is not necessary to be used in simple future tense. Okay, so here is an example. Okay, I will open the door, we will not leave yet, or will you arrive on time tomorrow, or will you come to the movies with us. Okay, so basically uh, a question or a sentence affirmed for future and with no exact timeline, not necessarily. Okay, so sentence structure is also as simple. You basically use subject, that is I, you, we, he, she, it, they, them, they, whatever. You use auxiliary verb, which is will, and you would use the first form of your main verb, which is base form. Now, while you can use will for all the pronouns, if you use shall for I and we, it sounds better. Okay. However, having said that, even if you say I will, it is totally fine. Even if you say we will, it is totally fine. It's just that if you use shall for we and I, it sounds much polished, especially if you want to emphasize on something. For an example, shall we leave? Okay, definitely we shall. Yes. So shall is just an alternate option in case you want to use it with I and we. But you don't use shall with that. Okay, and not she shall or he shall. Yeah, it is always will. Not necessary, Apratim. Not necessary. Shall is moreover, shall is moreover used in literature. Okay, if shall is less certain, okay, if shall is less certain, let me tell you that Bible, the 10 commandments, it says thou shall. Okay, thou shall not steal, thou shall not uh, think bad of neighbors, thou shall not do that, thou shall not do this. Okay, yes, absolutely. So it definitely is more certain, is what I would say. Yeah, if that makes sense, the logic. Yeah, okay, fair enough. In fact, even in legal books they use shall because it is more certain, and it gives emphasis to something that's been said. Yeah, and hence you read Shakespeare, you'll read a lot of shall. In fact, literature as a whole. Okay, so it's okay, Apratim. It's totally okay. All right. The first exercise question: you dash fat if you eat too many desserts. Answer quickly. Also, look at the word in the brackets. You will fat. Not will be. Correct. Next, the new school building dash ready soon. No, it will be ready soon. We dash to the zoo after breakfast. Answer? Very good. Both shall and will is correct here. We shall or we will. Dash, sorry, I dash my bath before dinner. Answer? Right. Both sounds true. Peter dash loads to do in his grandmother's farm. Correct. Moving on. If we ask her, she dash us how to play chess. Answer? Bravo. If he works hard, he dash his exams. Answer? Yes. And read that sentence once again, okay? Applicable to all of us. Dash we dash home now. Answer? Shall we go home now? Or will we go home now? Whatever is comfortable for you. Okay. All right. Any questions pertaining to simple future? No, you're not allowed to go home now. Okay. You have to stay here. But the answer is correct. Okay. Are we all here? Just give me a thumbs up. Let me see how many of us are awake. What's the confusion about? We use shall with I and we. I shall. We shall. Remember the name we shall. Okay? We shall. Okay. Excellent. Moving on. This is the last tense that we are going to look at, future continuous tense. Okay. So here we use be, and that's the addition. Basically, it expresses the action in the future at a certain point of time. Okay. So basically, the activity will begin before that point, but it will not be completed. For an example, I will be working on this project next month. Okay. When will it end? I don't know. But at this particular moment, next month, or at this particular moment, tomorrow, or at a particular time, tomorrow, after half an hour, after 2 minutes, I will be doing something or something will be happening. Okay. So say tomorrow I will start work at 4 p.m. and finish at 6 p.m. Okay. Which means if someone says, what will you be doing at 4 p.m.? Then I will be working. Yeah. Simple as that. Here is the sentence structure. So basically, you may use subject, auxiliary verb. Again, here you can use will or shall, choice is yours. And then you add be. And finally, since it is future continuous tense, your main verb will be base plus ing. Okay. I will be driving tomorrow at this hour. I will be in office tomorrow at this hour. We will be in session tomorrow at this hour. Okay. So that's the sentence structure for you all. And that's it. So any questions pertaining to the tenses? So, Bharat, these are modal verbs, okay, or modals, okay, and they are used to take permission and show probability. For an example, may I, or I can also say, I may go to the beach tomorrow. So, probability, and to take permission, I can say, may I borrow your pen? Okay, the same way you use might to show probability. Now, can is basically used to show capacity. Can you do this for me? Okay, and could is again a way of requesting someone that could you do this for me? So there are two ways. Okay, so can you give me your pen? I can, but I won't give it to you. Okay, so I can give it to you, but I won't, or I don't want to. Yeah, so that's one way of asking, but you may face backlash if you use can to take permission. Yeah, so you can probably show that something can be done, okay, or capacity in a sentence instead of taking a permission. If you want to take permission, you can use could, or you can use may. Could I borrow your pen? Yeah, and that is used for taking permission. One more thing is that could is the past tense of can. Okay, and hence we can also say, I could have done this, but I was busy, or I couldn't have done it because I was busy. So in the past tense, again to show capacity, you say a, in present you say I can do it, in past you say I could do it, or I could have if I would have. Yeah, so that's one. And again, should is the past tense of shall, okay, which basically says that we must. Yeah, you should do this. Yeah, she should have done that, he should have done that. So that is basically you must. Correct, Ekta. Would you want a cup of tea or coffee? Very nice. Would you like, rather? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, Daniel. I will be doing XYZ at this time tomorrow. Excellent. Yes. Any other questions? Okay. Complete silence. All right. Lovely. So let's quickly jump on to email writing. Okay. And we would take a break after a while. Is that okay with everyone? Yeah. Otherwise, it would be too much. May is a probability, okay, and would is the past tense of will. And would is also a way of requesting someone to do something. For an example, would you move a little bit? Yeah, instead of can you, you can again say would you or could you. Both are fine. Okay, and in the past tense, instead of will, you can say I would have done it for him, or I would have done it for. Yes, may is better. Absolutely. Yes. Okay. So we jump on to email writing. So basically, what are we going to look at? We basically are going to look at the need. Why do we write emails? We are going to look at various points. That is various SOPs. Okay. So to draft a formal mail, we are going to look at different types of emails, and we are going to look at some tips. We are going to spot some errors, and we are also going to practice email writing. So are we excited? Ready? Excited? Yes is not long enough. Okay, that still is a satisfactory response. Having realized that you all are a little hungry. Okay, I will take that. All right. So why do we write formal emails? A, emails are used in all the organization. It is a lifetime. It is a lifeline of all the organizations. It is one of the most important ways to communicate. Apart from that, it is cheapest, it is fastest, it is easiest, and it is the easiest way to reach larger audience. Yeah, if I call someone, I can only call one person. If I WhatsApp or forward to someone, I may only forward it to 5 people. But if I email someone, I can email it to 500 people as well. Yeah. Also, email is a good replacement for letters. Yes, and hence there are certain etiquette that we follow while drafting emails, and to maintain email hygiene, because it is a widely used way to communicate formally in the organizations, outside the organization, in the business as a whole. Secure, Pranav, that is debatable. Yeah. And ones who are into technical field would definitely agree with me. There is nothing secure. Yeah. Even Warren Buffett's mails were leaked. So, okay. So moving on, here are certain topics or reasons you write formal mails on. Informally, you may write a lot, and there are variety of topics. But if when we talk about business emails, these are some of the important topics. Okay, so A, you're requesting something, you are thanking someone, you want to inquire something, or you're responding to someone. Apart from that, you're raising a complaint, you are apologizing for whatever reasons, you are asking or giving a status update, you are asking for a leave email, an escalation email. Who can tell me what is the escalation? What is an escalation? Correct. So basically, when something has not met either quality or the timeline, what you do is you escalate the matter. Okay, you know that somebody cannot handle and has been not paying attention to it, and there has been some behavioral as well as quality issues, and person has failed over and over. You escalate the matter to higher authority or top authority. That's when you are using escalation emails. A knowledge transfer mail. Okay, so there has been some changes in the organizational structure or the policy, or say product, or say there is a new product launch, or you are planning to um, say get a new client, and there are certain guidelines, you just want to transfer that knowledge. You use KT or knowledge transfer mails. Then there is agenda, either for meeting or for any kind of a discussion. When you send agenda, mom, or minutes of the meeting. Yes, so basically in corporates, whenever you have or conduct important meetings, especially with senior management, there is always a mom circulated, and minutes of the meeting tells you about what was done in that meeting, and who were the stakeholders, and what tasks are they responsible for in the future. Yeah, a confirmation email about something, an appointment or a meeting email again, a resignation mail, a performance review email. So we have annual performance review, and during the performance review, uh, before we get into a one-to-one discussion, okay, there might be an email sent by either of the sides, and that is performance review email. Salary hike mail, something that everybody would be happy to see in their inbox. Yeah, or any other official communication. As a matter of fact, any organizational change, uh, if there is someone new who has joined the organization, someone has left the organization, if there has been any mergers, any acquisitions, as a matter of fact, any official communication. And finally, feedback email. So if something went right or something went wrong, okay, so feedback not necessarily is negative. Feedback could be both positive, or feedback could be something that is identified as an area of improvement. Both are considered as feedback mails. Okay, Manoj, I'll try to go a little slow. So these are the types of formal emails. Do you have any questions here? If you haven't understood the type, which one? Aradhya agenda. So basically, when you call for a meeting, you need to send agenda as to what would be discussed in the meeting, what would be discussed in the brainstorming session. So those are agenda mails. Yes, absolutely. Formal emails. Yes, Nana. These are the types of emails that are used on day-to-day basis. Any type of knowledge, Nilanjan. Okay, for an example, I found a great article on product management. Okay, and as a boss, I would forward it to my team. Knowledge transfer. What is it that you didn't understand, Manoj? Complaint is something that I have an issue with you, and I'm writing a complaint to you, Akhil. Versus if I wrote a complaint email to you a couple of times, but you didn't take an action on it, I will escalate the matter to your supervisor or your supervisor's supervisor, or as the Twitter trend says, directly tag the CEO, whatever. Aradhya, more than schedule, it is about what would be discuss what would be discussed in the meeting. So the agenda basically means why are we meeting. So of course, time, place, um, day, everything will be there. Apart from that, why are we meeting is the agenda. Is that clear, Aradhya? Others, everybody? So basically, if you want, you can also write it as meeting request. Yes. Okay, fair enough. So this is how an email layout would look like. Okay. Here is a to field, which means the ones who requires to take action. Okay. You basically directly address people in the to field who need to take an action. What is CC? Carbon copy. Very good. So whom do you carbon copy the mail? Yes, basically the ones who need to be kept in the loop, which means they directly need not take any actions. They just need to be kept in the loop about something happening or some work being given to somebody. For an example, correct, related managers and leads, etc. For an example, is say Ekta is giving me some work, yeah, and Pranit is my manager. So Ekta will mention my email address in two and Pranit's in CC. Why? Because he is my reporting manager. Okay. What is BCC? A blind carbon copy. When do you use it? When do we use blind carbon copy? When you want to hide. Okay, hide what? Correct. So basically when you need not know who all the receivers of that particular email are, okay, especially if you see bulk marketing, okay, bulk marketing mails, you would be always BCC'd, yeah? So you hide the receivers. Then comes the subject line. Okay, subject line is the hero, okay, or heroine. So please don't consider that I'm going after gender. Hero means both male or female lead. Okay, so who is the why is it that we call subject line the hero? Because it usually is this way. Okay, while your m- email is the movie, okay, this is a trailer. Okay, and trailer exactly tells you what is in the movie without revealing all the necessary details. Correct. Okay, so basically crux of your email. Now, as per the research, 35 to 70% of people open their email just on the basis of subject line. Okay, so while as far as the marketing subject lines are concerned, they could be vivid, but as far as official subject lines are concerned, they need to be concise. Okay, and subject line is never a statement. Subject line is always words. Yeah, so how many words could we limit to is my question. 8 to 10 would be as good as a sentence, correct? So ideal is 3 to 5 words, or if you go specific, not more than 49 characters. Okay, however, it's tough to count 49 characters all the time, so we basically go by this. Yes, always remember that your subject lines are concise, they are specific, and they cover the crux in limited words. Okay, when I started writing emails, I could write emails easily, but when it comes to thinking of subject lines, it took me a good time. Okay, and then of course your email. So for an example, hello so and so. Yeah. Another greeting that you can use is dear. This is also a globally acceptable greeting. Yeah. Then you would leave one space. So you will hit enter once and you'll create some space between your greeting and your paragraph or your opening paragraph. Now, always try, you can Muhammad, you can use respected, you can use hi. Now, this totally depends on your rapport with the opposite person. Okay. For an example, if I'm emailing someone for the first time and I do not know the person, I will definitely not say hi. Okay. I would definitely say either hello or dear. If Apratim, I am messaging or I am emailing someone in a respectable position, then I would definitely use sir, madam. If I am emailing someone who is in a respectable position, okay, like say the Prime Minister of India, like say the Education Minister or the Defense Minister or the Chief Minister of my state, I will definitely use respected ma'am or sir. Okay, so it totally depends on who your audience is. Second thing it depends on is how your industry runs. For an example, in a private sector, especially in MNCs, there is no sir or madam culture. Okay, they always call people by name, even if the age gap is 20 years or 40 years, as a matter of fact. Vice versa, there is a sir madam culture in very many public sector companies and government sectors as well. So it depends on which industry and which sector you are deployed in. Okay, so there is no standard rule as such. However, hello and dear is widely acceptable, and hence we are using those as an example. Are we good? Yes, lovely. Now, moving on to the main body of your email. The main body, excuse me, of your email should be divided in three. And I'm using should be. Okay, it should be divided in three parts. First one is opening. Second one is main body. And third is closing. So, what you do in opening is basically you express the agenda. Why are you writing this email? Okay, so hello, Divya, trust you're doing well. And then you'll open the mail. I'm writing this email to discuss, to further continue our yesterday's discussion on XYZ project. Finish. So I have described my agenda. Now, in main body, I will write what is it that I would exactly like to discuss about the project. So, to begin with, these are the pointers that I would like to discuss when we meet today evening. And in closing, I will write about what are my expectations. Okay, so what is it that I want from you when we meet today evening? So I would request you to go through the pointers and come up with the suggestions or ideas on how we can further work on this software or this product before the launch date. This is my expectation. Okay, and this is how I write an agenda email. Okay, And this is how I divide it into three parts. So, opening, closing, one paragraph each, and your main body could be of two paragraphs if you have two pointers to discuss. So, while your email body should be divided in three paragraphs, it could go up to four paragraphs if at all, if at all you have more than one point to discuss, which means we follow one point per para rule, and I am writing this in caps. Okay, we follow one point per paragraph rule without fail. Remember 7 C's of communication, everyone? Do we? Yes, right? So, here, being concise, being correct, being courteous, being considerate, being correct, both grammatically and as far as the piece of information is concerned. All your 7 C's are applicable here. You need to be concise, you need to be coherent. And how can you be coherent? You have an opening, you have a main body, and then finally you set your expectations before you close. And that's being coherent. Finally, you give a complimentary close, CC, complimentary close. You can use regards, you can use thank you can use thanks and regards, you can use if it is a formal, very, very formal scenario, then yes, yours faithfully, yours sincerely. You can use best wishes, you can use best, whatever you use. Okay. And then your name. Okay. Your signature. You should have a standard signature. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Not with warm regards, you can simply say warm regards. Again, it depends on who is at the receiving end. Simple as that. You should know who your receiver is, and accordingly, you may write your complimentary close. Are we clear with the structure of the email, top to bottom? BCC Abhilasha is used for uh, if you want to keep users, if you want to keep receivers in blind, which means when you're sending bulk email or marketing mails, you will usually BCC so that all the receiver's identity remains private. Yeah. Apart from that, there are different uses of BCC, which you would learn when you go corporate. Okay, but never. It's not a good practice to BCC. Is all I would say. Yeah. Regards followed by a comma is totally fine. Main body, Pranit, in three paragraphs. First paragraph is opening. Second is main body. In main body, you exactly expand on your opening. Okay, so I'm writing this email to discuss about the project XYZ, and then in the main body, you would expand on your opening, which means what is it that you want to discuss, and in closing, after the discussion, what are your expectations, and that is closing. Absolutely. Signature, it has to be your standard signature which you will create and keep. Okay, and in your Outlook or in your email there is an option to save signature. You can create up to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 signatures, and you can use various signatures for various clients, various scenarios. Yeah. And yes, you must add your name, you must add your contact number, you must add your company's website address, you must add uh, any other details like your designations. So yes, it's required. Nilanjan, like per se, in this warm heat summers, I don't want you to send warm regards, okay? Because it's already too warm. Okay, so that's why use it as per the situation. Also, if you see someone's cold, okay, someone's cold as in uh, no problem. Not really. Per se, if someone's not well, or if something unfortunate occurred on someone's side, you again send warm regards. Okay, so it depends. But it's not the best formal way of closing your email. Okay, so you would not use it in all the situations. Okay, yes. Are we clear? Thanks and regards followed by a comma. Do not forget that, okay? Yes, are we clear, everyone? With the body, with the entire email, top to bottom. Okay, lovely. Moving on. So basically, whatever we discuss is here. Please read through. To is used for addressing it to the recipient, the person who is directly responsible for the execution of the task. CC is done to the concerned person who need to be kept in the loop. BCC is done, okay, only as I said in case of bulk email policy. Do not do it without the authorization, and it's best avoided. Subject line. Here are your guidelines. If you have any questions here. Okay. Salutation. Here are the examples. As I said, hello is best. Dear is also desirable, but not more than that. Other salutations you can use depending on your rapport with the person. Okay. Yes, you can. You can simply write thank you. You can simply write best. You can simply write best regards. You can simply write thanks and regards. You can write anything. Bharat dear is more formal. Hello is also formal, but it's not very, very, very formal. If you are expecting someone to do something, you can write thanking you. Ideally, you can also write thank you in your closing line. For an example, thank you in anticipation for getting something done uh, in within the timeline. There is none, Nilanjan. It's just a way of saying it. Okay, truly is yet again a little casual, while sincerely is more formal. Shivam, in USA, people usually use hi. So, as I said, be mindful of your audience. Bharat, I cannot decide for you. Depends on your rapport with the person and what's used. See, every company has a different culture, Bharat. Okay. For an example, my boss never liked us greeting him hello or dear. Okay, so we always said, hey bossy, hey boss, hola. Okay, so this is how we talked. So it all depends. Yeah. Okay. You shall not now, Nilanjan. Let's just wait for another 10-15 minutes and I shall give you a break. Yeah, absolutely, Manoj. You may, as I said, if you're writing it to the principal of your school, you may. If you're writing it to the CEO, you may. Always base your openings and your greetings and your closing on the basis of whom you're writing and what you've written in your mail, if that makes sense. It is situational. Per se, you say a hi to your friend, but you do not say a hi to your relative. You would say namaste or hello or peripona, whatever, or vanakkam, correct? So this also is situational, subjective. Are we clear? Okay. Is this a sheer annoyance? I have 30 thumbs ups and 600. Okay. All right. So now a few do's and don'ts. Okay, stop doing that, everyone. Whosoever is doing it. Okay, so some do's and don'ts. Make sure your email is left aligned. Use standard font type and font text, which usually is used within your organization. Mukesh, after this, I'm giving a break. Yeah, just another 10 minutes and you shall go for a break. Left aligned, so on the left. Keep let all your paragraphs start on the left like this. This is a left aligned email. You see here it starts from left. Hello, thank you, we are. Everything starts from the left. That is left aligned. Okay. Use a standard opening and closing statement, preferably. Use paragraphs to put down your points in a coherent manner. We already discussed it. 1 point per paragraph. Use bullet points and numericals to put across multiple messages or points. So make use of tables, make use of pie charts, make use of bullet points. If you would like to list down something, okay, use header to elaborate on the points. Even if you don't do it, it's okay. Be mindful of your reader. So, who is the receiver? Be mindful of that and draft your mail accordingly. Write in a simple, clear, and precise manner. So, keep your language simple. Okay. Do not add any abbreviations if possible. Do not add any jargons. Always check for your spelling and grammar. As I said, being correct. Okay, so being correct both grammatically and as far as the numbers and figures are concerned in your email. Coherence will be followed if you follow the 3 paragraph rule: opening, main body, closing. Consider the length of the mail. Yes, so if your main body, that is your paragraph in the center, requires more than 2 parts to it, you know that you need to call for a meeting. Okay, so say this is your opening, this is your main body. Okay, and your main body is into two parts, and this is your closing, which is fine. But if you have to elaborate on third point and then on fourth point, there is an issue. Now, these 1, 2, 3, 4 points can be in bullets for sure, then it's not an issue. But if there are four paragraphs in the main body, then there is an issue. Do proofread, okay, because your system will not always prompt you for this, okay. Yes. And finally, mail should be reader friendly and scannable. So even if I run my eyes through, I should be able to understand. And how you can do this? When you format it well. When you, sorry, structure it well. Okay. Coherent means it should follow a particular order. There should be coherence. Okay. So I should not go back and forth. For an example, if I'm talking about yesterday's party, and then suddenly I start talking about what we will be doing in tomorrow's party, I'm not being coherent. I'm not being coherent. I should first finish the topic that I'm speaking, and then I should go to the next one. I'm yet to discuss tones, Nishant. So do not type in all caps. It means you're yelling, it means you're angry. Avoid using colors. Okay. Do not give out extreme emotions, or avoid using emoticons, or avoid using rude, aggressive tone. Do not use jargons. We already talked about it. Do not use fancy language. We don't need it. We need simple language, reader friendly language. Do not always do reply all. This is very annoying. Okay. Per se, if someone sends you a meeting request that please be there at 4 p.m. tomorrow at XYZ place for a meeting, please do not reply all. Just reply to the concerned person to mark your attendance, or to let them know if you can't attend the meeting. Yes. Next, don't mark yourself in the CC. It's not required. And do not send large attachments without zipping. If you do that, what happens is the receiver may have to delete some of their emails in order to accommodate yours, or in order to download the attachment that you have sent. And hence, if it is a large attachment, zip it, or you can always share the drive link, whichever is more suitable. Are we clear with the? Yes, absolutely, Pranav. However, you cannot use the Google Drive or Drive links with everyone outside the organization. Yes, there might be certain restrictions, there might be certain confidentiality issues. So be sure again with whom you're sharing what. Are we clear? Questions? We transfer, absolutely, Nilanjan. That works fantastically well. But as I said, it all depends on organization to organization. Yeah. And a simple thing that you can do is simply zip the files. It's the best. Why? Because not everyone sitting on the other end is that tech savvy to download, to use WeTransfer. Yeah. They may find it difficult. Yes. Most welcome, Sairam. Okay, so on that note, let's take a break and be back by 57 past 9. Good with that, everyone? Okay? All right. Please enjoy your dinner. I'll see you soon. Welcome back, everyone. Hello. Hope you all had nice dinner. Okay, can I see some thumbs up, please? Okay, Nana. All right, 82 odd people. Okay. What's that confused emoji calling for? So we'll wait for another minute and then we will commence. Until then, if you have any doubt for me, I'm happy to address. Okay, it's 10. So let's just commence. So we were discussing about some do's and don'ts. Now let's quickly look at how should your closing statement be. Okay, so basically give an appropriate closing statement as we discussed. Okay, what you expect the reader to do and ensure that you both are on the same page as far as the actionable item is concerned. Okay, what happens is it reduces ambiguity and gives more clarity. And after all, the idea of any conversation is to converse with quality or to send an email with complete clarity in order to make sure that the information is passed on at once and there is not a lot of back and forth. For an example, if you wish and if you're expecting a call back from your receiver at a particular time, then please mention in the closing statement at what time you want to connect and what should be the medium to connect you. For an example, please connect with me on my mobile phone number and mention your mobile phone number. If at all you think that the receiver does not know your number, between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. tomorrow. And that is a clear, complete, concise closing statement. Are we good? Yes, we will practice emails. That's when I will tell you the subject lines. Okay. As I said, it should be between 3 to 5 words. Here are here is the basically complimentary close that you offer, and your options are here. Thank you or regards and then your name, your designation, contact details, LinkedIn if necessary, company website, logo. Yeah, your signature should have more or less these details. Moving on to attachment, as I said, make sure that you name the attachment rightly. Okay, in order to ensure that the receiver is able to retrieve the attachment and able to read the file name. Yeah. Also, double check if you have sent the attachment or not. Yeah. When you start working in corporate, or if you're already working, you notice that a lot of people basically recall their emails. And the reason they recall their emails is basically that they forget the attachment. So make sure that you, when you cross check your email, or when you verify whether you have done all the jobs right in your email or not, also check for the attachment. It is very annoying to see an email without the attachment and then receive replies saying that attachment missing. Okay, and it happens a lot, especially if you have freshly started writing emails. So try not to miss on the attachment. Are we clear? Any questions till now on how you can draft and plan email? Any doubts? Are we here? Awake? Or still enjoying dinner? All right. Lovely. Too bad, as in, Ankit? So now we'll do an activity. I want you to spot the errors in this particular email. Okay. It's very good in summers. Okay. Uh, in here we say if you eat dudi, you get buddhi. Okay. So eat dudi. Yeah. If that is motivating enough. Anshul, we will get to that. We will get to that slowly, gradually. As of now, we are practicing a few, spotting few errors. Then we are going to write a few mails. What is it? WRITE, right? Yeah, he meant WRITE, right? Okay. So the first one, please read carefully and let me know where do you see errors. To ABC. What's the subject? Guest post interest template. Thank you so much for your interest in writing for my site. Please provide to me an outline of your guest post topic, and I will be happy to review it and determine if it fits with my site's theme. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Best regards, Michael Einstein. Please take about a minute and let me know. Okay, right. Opening statement. Yes, that's what you need to do. You need to spot the errors. Yes, absolutely. Also, provide to me. No, provide me an outline. Also, thank you so much for your interest in writing for my site. And then there should be space. Okay. So, also, if you see on top, the spelling of guest is geest. Okay. All right. Moving on to the next one. To Krishna, subject leave. Hello, Krishna. I want to let you know I cannot come to work today. My father is unwell and I need to semicolon take him to the hospital. Please allow leave. I will not be able to come tomorrow as well, so I'm sending the attachment. And then space, 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 space. The update in Excel sheet is completed and is to be verified by Neha. Please inform Neha for me. Thank you, Ravi. Okay. Take a couple of minutes. Do not put your responses right now. Please, 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 please. Do not put your responses right now. Please take a couple of minutes and I want you to put all the errors in one message instead of writing four messages when I ask you to do so. Okay. So take a minute, please. Yes. Go through it now. Okay. You may now. Okay. Now let's look at what should be an appropriate subject line. Subject line. Request to leave means you want to quit the job. Simple is urgent leave request because this is urgent. Okay. You send application for leave when you want to take leave in advance. This is an urgent leave that he's taking. That means he's already on leave and he's informing his boss. No, regarding leave for the day is too much. One day leave is not correct, Nana, because he won't be coming even the next day. Yes, medical emergency or emergency leave request. Okay, yes, that's fine. No, you may simply write medical emergency or emergency mail leave request and then elaborate it in the email. Okay. Hello, Krishna. Now, here, first paragraph. What is the issue? Don't apologize, Sairam. I don't even know what are you apologizing for. It's okay. Please, everyone, you are free to make mistakes. I welcome you to make errors here in the chat box, because if you don't make errors, you don't improve. So please don't apologize for being wrong in my sessions. Yes. What's wrong with the first sentence? First of all, if I am taking a leave today, okay, I would call my boss instead of writing an email. That's the first thing. Okay. Apart from that, you can definitely elaborate here that due to an emergency or a medical emergency, I may not be able to make it to, or I shall not be able to, or will not be able to make it to work today. And then elaborate what your medical emergency is. Okay. Uh, Please allow leave is something that you would write in a closing statement. Okay. Now, what is the issue with the center? Absolutely. I would like to inform you that, or I would like to keep you posted that. Yeah. Then this is to inform you. What's wrong here? I will not be able to come tomorrow as well. What is this? Correct. So first of all, um, I'm sending the attachment. Okay. I will not be able to come tomorrow as well is something that you can mention in the ending. Okay. You can mention it while closing. Okay. Yes. You can simply say that since I'm not able to make it to work today, I am attaching XYZ Excel sheet, which definitely is not specified what Excel sheet or what report it is, which is to be verified by Neha. Now, the issue is please inform Neha for me is not right. Okay. I would simply CC Neha here. I would simply put Neha either in to or CC, and I would say PS. That means please note Neha uh, requesting you to verify the sheet and send the updated sheet to Krishna. Okay. And then in the third paragraph, you can say apologize, or if you wish to, that taking, you're taking the leave at the end moment. But since it is an emergency and your father is unwell, you may even not be able to come to work tomorrow. Yeah. So this is how. Absolutely. So you would either call, let's assume that, Krishna ran to the hospital at 5 a.m. in the morning, and Ravi ran 5 a.m. in the morning, and he couldn't, that was not the appropriate hour to call, and hence he wrote an email. Okay. So we are giving him a benefit of doubt here. So, and hence, if he's writing an email, fair enough. Okay. But it's just that I would also keep Neha posted here. I cannot tell my boss that you speak to my colleague and get the work done. Is that clear, everyone? Yes. Lovely. Next, Anusha Dwivedi from 2. The meeting in BDC 3 has been rescheduled to next week due to an important client meeting. Dear Anusha, or hi Anusha. Uh, the meeting scheduled in BDC 3 on Thursday has been pushed to next week due to a client visit. Regret the inconvenience. Regards, Keshav. Do not put in your comments. Please review the message. Do not put in the comments right now. Please review. And when I ask you to do so, that's when you put in your comments. Okay? All right, everyone. I'm giving you a minute to review the message. Okay, you may answer now. Okay, fair enough, Nilanjan. Absolutely. Very good, Shabir. Uh, or BDC 3 meeting reschedule. Too long. Subject is too long. And I'll give you one idea here. Okay. Per se, if this is what you're writing, if this is what you're writing, you simply write here EOM. Okay. What does EOM stand for? End of message. Okay. When you write EOM or end of message, which means that you need not write anything in the body, and your receiver needs not necessarily open the mail. Okay, they may simply say that the meeting in the BDC 3 has been rescheduled to the next week to due to an important client meeting. The date will be scheduled. The date will be announced soon. EOM, and that's it. Okay, are we clear? So this is how you can use EOM. For an example, I am on leave tomorrow. Please contact on my cell for anything important. EOM. Yeah. So what I'm exactly doing here is that I am I am doing a favor. Okay, I'm doing a favor on the receiver that you need not spend time in opening my mail. You can simply read the subject line and that's it. This red dot next to Anusha's name, email ID, Abhilasha, is that what you're asking for? Yeah. Oh, that's nothing. That's how I might have done settings in my uh, Outlook. That's got nothing to do. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Leave request. I want leave from 1st Jan to 10th Jan as I am going to my hometown for my sister's wedding. Okay, now I don't want you to write errors here. What I want you to do is write a leave request email. Quickly get going. Yeah, Assume that your sister is getting married and you want leaves. So I'll give you about 3 minutes to draft an email quickly. Don't write it here. Don't write it here. Not right now. Please. Let's wait. I want you to write an entire email on a piece of paper. Okay. And then we will discuss it. Probably I'll have one person or two people read it. Okay. So please don't mention anything here. Just write it. If you're done writing the email, give me a thumbs up. Okay, two people are done. Who would like to read their mail? Just raise your hand if you would like to read yours. Who wants to try? This is how we practice, okay, and learn. So, who is my first contender for the day? Anybody? Raise your hands, people. No. Navneet, would you like to read it aloud? You need to raise your hand. No, you can't do EOM here, Navneet. EOM can be done in different scenarios. Yeah. Okay. So let's quickly evaluate since no one's ready to. Anybody? Okay. Shabir, would you like to read yours? May I invite you to speak? Just give me a yes in the chat box. Shabir? Okay, lovely. Okay, people, thank you for your inputs. So, first of all, leave request, both L and R of leave request has to be in capitals, always. Okay, the first letter of all the words that you write has to be in caps. Exception is prepositions. For an example, of, on, for, those could be in lowercase, but otherwise, all the words will be in caps. Dear or hello, whatever, and the name of the person followed by a comma. I would like to request, I want leave, it's not your birthright. Okay, I'm writing this email with reference to a leave request from 1st to 10th of January on the occasion of whatever. Okay, my sister's wedding or whatever. Then in detail, you would write in the second paragraph that I would be traveling to my hometown for my sister's wedding, which is uh, which is scheduled on XYZ date. Okay, and I would like you to approve my leaves, or I would request you to approve my leaves on so and so date for the same. You assure them that your work will be taken care of. Okay, so handover I have handed over my work to colleague A and B, and they would be doing my work, or they will take care of XYZ items in my absence. Okay, and then requesting you to approve the same from so and so date, as it is an important occasion for me. Now, here you can write thanking you. Why? Because you're asking for leaves. So you can close it as thanking you, Dipti. Sorry. Thanking you, Dipti. And then, of course, my signature. Make sense? Very good, Shabir. I'm happy to inform you that my sister's wedding is scheduled on the first week, in the first week of January. Then, in the next paragraph, you can write on the occasion of my sister's wedding, or I need to travel to my hometown, okay, which is so and so, for the same, for which I request you to grant my leaves from so date to so date. Yeah, and I will resume work on so and so date. In my absence, XYZ will take care of my business. Yeah, you have to assure that the work does not suffer. Your manager would not, you know, hesitate you uh, giving leaves, provided someone else is taking care. Okay, that's how it is work. Everyone clear? Any questions? Okay, moving on. Please spot the error. Meeting on Thursday, I'll see you then, Barry. What is the error here? A BCC is not required anyway. So again, what this person has done, this person has replied all. Okay, so basically Barry sent a meeting request, and what this person did, he replied all. Okay, and now everyone received an email saying that this XYZ person is attending the meeting, which is not required. He could have simply replied singularly to Barry and not included these people. Are we clear? Absolutely. Do not reply all when it's not necessary. Next, I'm not going to read this, but could you at glance tell me what's wrong with this email? Yeah, it's a book, it's a story, it is God knows what. It's an article, but it is something that I cannot read. Okay, and hence you have to ensure that your email is no longer than 4 paragraphs. Otherwise, nobody will read it. I'm sure when you receive those long good morning messages, what do? Ignore them, skip them, even sometimes exit the groups. Okay, block, right? So, yes, absolutely. If, as I suggested, is if you need to discuss more than 2 points in detail, you need to call for a meeting or you need to pick up the call and talk to the person. Also, never, ever, 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 ever write, please respond. We are not desperate for attention. Okay, so be careful. Okay, here is another one. Wholesale inquiry, email to Jessica. Dear Jessica, I wanted to introduce you to One Mill Company and our line of workbooks. I think they could be a nice addition to your gift section in your store. I have attached our line sheet and you can find out more about us by visiting our website XYZ. Thanks, Emily from One Mill Company. Yeah. Do not respond, answer right now. Take about a minute to review first. Okay, your response? Mm-hmm. I wanted to introduce you to. Okay. So here, possibly, since it is you who is introducing your company to someone, to Jessica, what could you write in subject line instead? Yes, the first letters of the words should be in capital A. However, should there be a different subject line altogether? And if so, what could it be? Okay. Could it be more vivid than request inquiry? Something more lively, something more Very good. Now we are thinking addition to your gift section. Okay. What else? Anything else? Okay. A value add. Fair enough. So per se, um, interesting gifting products. Okay. Or a whole new product range. Okay. And then first paragraph would be an introduction, just the introduction about company, about the organization, who are we, what we do, since when we are in the market. Okay. And if you would like to talk about the market share or the profits, whatever, not the profits, but the turnover. Okay, you can talk about that. So that would be the company introduction. Then you would talk about the product range. So um, I would like you to, I would like you to have a look at our new line of product or our line of workbooks. Um, we think instead of I attitude, we always use we attitude. We think that this could be a, a lovely addition to your gift section. Okay. You can also add as to how much profit or uh, sales particular workbook has done. Okay. So what is the sales percentage of it? Then in the closing, you can mention, I have attached our line sheet and you can find out more about us by visiting our website. Okay. And then thanks, Emily. Also, you can request for a call or a meeting. You can also talk about, if you would like, you can send some samples to the store. Okay. So these are the things that you would talk about in closing, and then you would close. Make sense? Correct. Or you can simply add the catalog, product catalog. With me till here? Any questions? Everyone? Are we asleep or here? Okay, lovely. Report sent. Hi Anusha, I have sent report to you. What can we do here? Simply, or the easier option, the faster option, the nicer option, the smarter option. Very good. Having said that, you will definitely mention the name of the report. I have sent the productivity report to you. End of the message. You can also mention monthly, weekly, daily, whatever it is. Okay, or you can say, please see attached the productivity report for yesterday. And that's it. EOM. Shabir, you need to answer which report and for what duration or what day. Okay. Your email has to be complete. Though we need it concise, it also should be complete. Good. Completion report. Please send me the report ASAP. What's wrong? What color is it? What does it denote? The color red? Red? It denotes anger, aggression. Okay. So basically, we don't want to send angry messages. And when you are using caps, plus you're using red, that means it is a red hot anger. Okay. It's a total no no. Even if they are late in sending the report, this is the total no no. Okay. Remember why you need to be so careful about writing emails is because emails stay forever. Spoken words can be forgotten, but written words, okay, you can revisit and refresh that wound. So while writing, we need to be more careful. Oh, those are my top five strengths. I'm a consistent, restorative, achiever, responsible, arranger. Okay, and it is totally opposite to what I'm writing. Okay, yeah, clear. Okay, so make sure you proofread, make sure you check for spellings, make sure it is reader friendly, make sure there are no corporate jargons, consider the reader, write simple emails, watch your tone, be precise, check for attachment, clearly communicate the actionable, which is your closing paragraph, and do not reply all in a chain mail. Any questions? Okay. So here on, your journey begins. Okay. So I would give you about 5 to 7 minutes to draft an email, and then I would have you speak or read your email. Okay. So you would be invited to talk. So please take the max or make the max of this opportunity. Surely, Apratim, final tips here. If you have any questions, you may ask. I'm giving you about 30 seconds to review this. Done? Ria's mail body has to be in 3 paragraphs. The first is opening. So you would talk about why you're writing the email. The second paragraph would be the elaboration of your introduction as to you will now explain the matter in detail. And the third one will be closing. So, what exactly are you expecting from the receiver? That's how you divide your email in 3 parts. The body. Clear, Riaz? Cool. So basically, be considerate about who's on the other side. As I said, starting from your greetings to your tone to your complimentary close, everything depends on whom you're writing an email to. No. If you just simply send on, if you just simply click on reply, then no. Only if you do reply all, then people in CC will be included. If you simply click on reply, it will go only to the sender. Okay, Nilanjan? Great. Yes. Any more questions? Okay, in that case, let's quickly write one email for today. So, write an email to your team to send out a team meeting invite. Now, here, this is a quarterly sales review meet. You can assume it to be anything. The choice is yours. Okay, why you want to call meeting. But you make sure that you share the agenda of the meeting. Okay, per se, it is a software review meeting. Okay, for product management people, say it is a product review meeting. Whatever it is, basically, choice is yours. But you are calling for a meeting and you will write the agenda. Okay, make sure these are the points you consider. It has to be marked to all your emails. You would CC it to your reporting manager. You will welcome and provide introductions. State the purpose of the meeting clearly. Add bullet points or attachments if necessary. Share who is going to chair the meeting. That means who will lead the meeting. Start time and duration. Okay. Meet me at 4:30 for 1 hour. Yeah. What is the exact objective? And of course, the venue of the meeting. Everyone clear? Everybody? Are we clear? Yes? Okay. So I'm putting up the situation once again. Please take a snapshot. Give me a thumbs up once done. Okay. Now I'm displaying the points to be considered. Please take a snapshot yet again. Done? All right. Lovely. Get on to your email. You have time till 55 past 10, 5 minutes. Yes, Pranav, what happened? You wanted to have a look at the screen here. So I'll keep the share on. You all can view it if you would like. If you have any questions, you may post it in the chat box. I'll keep switching between the screen and the chat box, and I will answer your questions periodically. So if you're done, you can definitely give me a thumbs up and I would know how many of us are done. So as soon as you're done, just give me a thumbs up. Oh, that's quite a lot of us. So maybe have some hands raised to discuss the email. Just raise your hand if you would like to read your email. In fact, I would urge you to read your mail. Thank you. And Anshika, I'm inviting you.
Hello.
Yeah, Anshika.
Hello.
Yes, I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Okay, so it's like, hi team. I'm writing this mail to inform you all about our quarterly meeting to be held tomorrow, 3 p.m. for 1 hour. Next paragraph, we shall be discussing and analyzing the product performance over the past quarter, and new ideas shall be welcomed as we'll be planning our next quarter. Next para, closing line. See you all at the meeting tomorrow. Regards, your team manager.
Excellent, Anshika. Just one thing. Uh, Mention the location, venue of the meeting.
Okay.
Yeah. Can we all clap for Anshika, please? Super.
Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you very much, Anshika. So you can write down more points as in the agenda if you would like. Okay. So it depends on how many pointers you would like to discuss. Okay. Excellent. Okay. So I'll be putting across one more scenario, and I would like you to practice. So here is the ideal email. Of course, the subject line is too long. So simply quarterly review meet, okay, is more than enough. And then, hello team, this is to invite you for quarterly sales review meet on XYZ date at XYZ time, date, time, and venue. Okay, then you have to put space. The meeting will be chaired by XYZ. Please find the agenda of the meeting, and here are the pointers. Finally, request you to confirm your presence by acknowledging the mail by the end of the day. Okay, thanks and regards, or regards, and your signature. Okay, you, if you wish, you can also send this as an attachment. Yeah, the choice is yours. Here you can say that, come up with your ideas, okay, as well. So this is how an ideal email would or should look like. Now this situation, you're the product manager as XYZ, an apparel company. Write an email to share the mom for the summer marketing campaign. So again, you may assume the name of the organization, you may assume the position, you may assume the sector according to your wish and according to your line of work. Okay, and you can also assume What points were discussed? Okay, so you can basically make necessary assumptions and write mom about either say a marketing campaign or a product review meeting or a software review meeting or say a software say pitch if you made. Okay, then you can pick up any of these subjects and you can write an email. I'm as in who would be the lead, who would lead the meet. Okay, so it's a meeting, you we all can speak, however there is always one person who leads the meeting, and that person is known as the chair. So uh, take the snapshot of this and make a note of the pointers, and please write this email when you come for the session tomorrow. So we'll do some more practice. Is everyone okay with that? I'm sure it's there in your notes as well. Okay, so just quickly take a snapshot just to be make sure, just to make sure. Done? Okay, and also some guidelines. Please take a snapshot of this. Done? Okay. Now the forum is open for questions. Do you have any questions for me? No questions? Is everyone sleepy, tired, hungry, or has everyone understood everything? Which part of it is not really, Shabir? Okay, all right, not sleepy. Okay, so do you have got it? Okay. Oh, that's sad, Aradhya. Please do watch the recording. Surely, surely, absolutely. And feel free to ask questions, if any, tomorrow. I think we are meeting tomorrow. Anshika, so we will definitely come across this kind of a scenario. Okay, so if at all you're talking about a collaboration, then you would introduce your organization. First thing, like we discussed in that scenario, okay, you would introduce your organization or you would introduce yourself. Then you would talk about what's your market base, or say how many followers you have, okay, and how much profit people have earned through collaboration, or what revenue they have made, or what would be the benefit of collaborating with you. And in the third paragraph, you will talk about uh, what do you expect. Would you like to get on a call with them, or would you like to uh, would you expect an email conversation, or if you want to call for a face-to-face meeting? Choice is yours. So that's how you would lead the email. Clear, Anshika? Great. Yes. More questions? Where are the stars of the day: Surya, Daniel, the new ones, Shubham. Where are the regular ones? Ekta. Is everyone there? Not there? Okay. So, any questions? Hope you enjoyed the session. Annotation softwares, as in Akash, where you would copy paste the formats from. Ending of the mail, as in the closing. As in what I'm writing on the screen, or what's been already pasted on the screen, Akash? What I'm writing on my screen using my pen? Okay, all right, fair enough. Yeah, of course, using my pen. Ending of the mail, Riaz, as in the closing, you would put forth what exactly, or what is the exact outcome that you're looking for? Why are you exactly writing this email? Yes. Any more questions? So, Akash, I also have a pen tab. So, I either use my touchscreen as a laptop and I use pen, or I can also connect the pen tab to annotate on my screen. Yeah. Okay. Great. Any more questions? Most welcome. Okay. All right. On that note, then, I relieve you for tonight. Please sleep tight and come back fresh in the next session with your email. Thank you very much, all of you. Good night, Nilanjan. Most welcome, Pranit. Sure, Nana. Yes, Aradhya, most welcome. Good night, Satish, Shabi, Rahul, good night. Good night, Yogesh. Thank you very much, Sairam. You too. Thank you, Nana. Good night. So take care, all of you. I will see you all soon then. Bye bye. Most welcome, Shabir. Abhilasha, good night. Lakshman, good night. Ashwarya, good night.